Welcome to this new video on how to play Confrontation. Today we'll take a look at movement that bring fighters into combat. So it's gonna be charges and engagements. As always, we've made our activation sequences and we proceed with the tactical roll. Acheron rolls a 6, so he rolls another die and adds it to it. As the second die is a 1, the effects of the 6 are cancelled. So in this case, the Griffins win and they decide to go first. The Griffins activate Fusiliers. The first one shoots Melmoth, and the second one moves and shoots the Angel. If you don't remember how shooting is done, take a look at the previous video. The targets are all at close range, so the difficulty is 4. The Angel is flying, so the difficulty for him is raised by 2. Both targets are hit, and thus suffer a damage roll. Melmoth is only stunned, but the Angel suffers 1 wound. He loses 1 hit point and suffers light wound penalties. Acheron plays the Angels and declares 2 charges, on the Fusilier and on the Praetorian's Guardman. As the Angel is a frightening creature, the Fusilier makes a courage test with difficulty equal to the Angel's fear. The Fusilier succeeds, so the Angel is moved in contact with the Fusilier following the shortest path between the fighters. The Fusilier's force is not higher than the Angel's, so he suffers charge penalties. As the Angel was flying, this is called dive, so he gets additional bonuses to initiative, attack and strength. The other Angel charges the Praetorian's Guardman. The latter has the ability Rightus, so he does not need to make any courage test. We thus place the miniatures in contact and apply charge penalties. As in the previous round, the Griffins have less cards than the Acheron, and so they pass. Acheron activates the Questers. The bottom one runs and successfully casts the same spell of the previous round on the Praetorian's Guardman. The top one engages the other Praetorian Guardsman. In this case, he cannot charge because he does not see the target. The Angel is in the way. For engagements, as for charges, he moves up to twice his movement rate. If the distance were greater, the assault would fail. The Griffins activate Templars. The bottom one stands still. The top one engages one of the Morbid puppets. He thus rolls a courage test and succeeds, so he moves up to twice his movement rate in contact with his target. For the contact to be valid, you need to touch either with the side or with the corner of the base. This lets square bases emulate round bases. Acheron activates Morbid puppets. The topmost has been assaulted during this round, so she can't do anything. The other 2 declare one a movement towards the tomb, and the other one an engagement on the Templar. With the 15 centimeters of movement, she still manages to get in contact with him, and thus they will fight the Templar 2 versus 1. The Priestess moves and calls miracles on the Fusilier and on the Praetorian's Guardman. Check out the previous video for details on how to call miracles. Acheron puts a card in reserve, as his fighters are in each other's way. The Griffins pass again, as they have less card than their opponent. Acheron activates the Wolfen-Zombie, who engages the Praetorian Guardsman. In this case, the tomb is in the way, so there is no line of sight between the 2 miniatures. The Griffin's Praetorian's Guardmen have all been assaulted during this round, so they have nothing to do during their activation. Finally, Melmoth runs towards the tomb. As always, check the description for any useful link, and see you at the next video for combat.